Hi there, this is Rebecca Shelley, and this is the Weft and Willow Fiber Art Studio. Are you one of those people who is wanting to create some goals for yourself this new year, especially creative goals? Do these include trying out a different type of a fiber process? What about how to draw or how to use some of the Adobe programs like Photoshop and Illustrator? Well, I'm going to be creating some online free content that'll be on my YouTube page, and I look forward to being able to share that with you. What I'm also doing is building up content for my own website. So Weft and Willow Fiber Art Studio is in Chico, California. And I also teach in the art department at California State University, Chico. So I don't have as much time to be in the studio working directly with people in this way. So what I decided to do is create some online content that people could join. For $25 a month, you get new videos. Each month I'll be uploading new videos to these different clubs. So my first club is a weaving club, and this one we're going to be going over the basics with weaving and kind of trying out different looms. So I have a lot of different looms in my studio here, and so I'll be going through with each of them with you and being able to help answer questions that you may have as well. For each of these clubs, I'm going to have Zoom meetups, and so you'll be able to ask questions to me there or send emails, be in touch that way. And I love to be able to help people with getting to that next stage of their development with their creations. My second club is going to be a sewing and quilting club. So my first video I created was how to clean and oil and thread different types of sewing machines. And so I go step by step through that and have different modern machines and also some older vintage ones as well. Then I also have a third club, and that's going to be my tapestry and spinning club. So for me, I also have a newfound passion where I love spinning yarn and I love weaving, right? And so I went to school for painting. I've studied that for years. I've taught art history. I've taught a lot of these different courses over the years. And I love to be able to share my interest with that with others and to be able to do that with you as well. So I'm going to also explore natural dye with that group and see how we can use our different types of yarns that we make in different ways, thinking about more of the artistic side of it as well. So those are my clubs. So I'm going to have 3 clubs to start the year off with, and it's just $25 a month. Okay, as each month progresses, there'll be more videos. So you can join in at any time. You also cancel at any time. But I'm also going to be giving a lot of free content on YouTube. I really love to be able to share with people my knowledge. It's one of the things I love about being a teacher, and seeing people's excitement with that as well. So exciting news too coming up for 2023. I'm going to be the speaker for the January meeting for the Annie Star Quilt Guild, and that's the first Thursday in January, and it's going to be a presentation where I'm going to be talking about quilting from the artist's perspective. I'll be sharing my work as well as other artists who I feel are really interesting creating work today that can be also considered art, but also in the quilting world as well. And so that's exciting. I also have a class that goes along with that. I'll have information on that below. Okay. So this is an example of what I call one of my art quilts. And this is a representation of what I'm going to be doing with my class that I'm teaching. And what it is I am showing the idea of turning your own photograph into a quilt. And so I had taken a bunch of photographs of poppies and kind of drew out this little pattern that I created of these flowers, of plants, and then kind of copied that all over. And so what I'm going to do is kind of show you this technique of using a free motion quilting foot, being able to create sometimes a more simplified background and putting this on top. And, this is where I love color, right? So the painter in me loves, popping in these little bright little yellows, some unexpected blue against some of the oranges, and kind of thinking about the power that color has. So one of the things that I'm also wanting to talk about is I have my rugs. So I posted these for sale on my site. And so I have a bunch of these different rugs. And they are made with strips of wool that were cut off. They would have been used for other rugs or different types of clothing. And so these are really fun to make these rugs. So these are available. I have those on the site. I think it's a great way to start off the year too, and thinking about what Weft and Willow means. As you can see behind me, I have one of my 3 signs that I created. So I used a huge laser cutter at my school and was able to get these signs laser cut. And so what I'll be doing is I'll be sanding down some of the areas. I'm going to add some stain to it as well, cover it with a clear coat, and be able to put those outside my shop. So people will finally see that there's something here. This whole project has been quite a journey, trying to figure out what I'm doing with this business, and creating this online content feels really good. It feels like this is something that will give me the opportunity to share with you and be able to, see what I can do for you with your thoughts on all this as well. I created some drawings at the end of the semester, and I really had fun with, focusing on yarn, and yarn that is basically going chaotically. So we all want our yarn to stay in nice bundles, right? And it's so hard to keep that organized. And so what I wanted to do is kind of create some of these yarn drawings that had some fun with that, and kind of seeing what happens with this. So, one of the things that I learned is that a lot of people want to know how to draw. And this is something I feel like I can do really well. I love teaching my drawing classes. I love that excitement when people start to see that they're able to do that themselves. And so I'm going to be creating a little bit of some content that goes along with that. I love the idea of being able to help my students in the classroom, but I also feel I can give people the power to be able to draw something themselves. One of the things about being an artist and using your drawings is also thinking now about what you're able to do with technology and creating art in that way. So I created a bunch of prints of this work, and I also played around with creating smaller prints. So you can kind of see here, this is this original drawing next to this. And what I did was I cut out some of these smaller little pieces, and then I had these little weavings that I had that sometimes I'll do a practice with a style before I get into a larger weaving project. And so then I basically had these little pieces. What do you do with that, right? Well, I thought having them as a background in a piece of art would be really beautiful. I love the look of when there is a pile of yarn next to a project that was finished. And so this was something that I thought would be interesting with a piece of art. So I have a few of these on my website as well, and I'll be playing around more with the aspect of the drawing with the weaving as well. I made myself a little scarf, but sadly some of the fiber, this turquoise fiber, is falling apart. So I have a lot of yarn here. I love a lot of different yarns that I got from different types of weavers who no longer do that. And so part of this journey of this year is also weaving with these fibers, seeing what happens, playing around. But I know now not to use a fiber if I already see that it's starting to lose some of its little, hairs. So it's a display only scarf. I figured I'd wear it here today for at least one opportunity of wearing it. But I'll be making more of these as well. Okay, so yeah, I hope that your goals will also be something that I can help you with. Okay, I love the creative process. It fuels me. And sometimes I feel like it's more important than anything else. And that's another story. So I hope you join me. And everything is on my website, www.weftandwillow.com. You'll find the link below. And I have the tools that you may want to get for these classes as well. So there's a list there. And I have direct links to where you might be able to find them online as well. I would love to hear what your New Year's goals are. Please write them in the comments in the video below. If they are some of the goals that I might be able to help you with, that's even better. Let me know what those are. I have a wealth of knowledge, and I feel like it's great to be able to share that with you as well. I have studied art, drawing, and everything with that my whole life. And, fiber is my newfound love as well. And so I look forward to sharing things that I find interesting with you and, how this can benefit you as well. Okay, Happy New Year, and thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later.